Hello, my name is AQ and I'm the co-founder of Linkit Solutions. Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple sales by customer report using SQL Server reporting services based on a date selection. The first thing I'm going to do is open up SQL Server Data Tools and create a new project. So File, New Project. And I'm going to create a SQL Server project. In this case, I'm going to call it demo. Okay. I'm then going to go to reports and add a new report. And here I'm going to use the report wizard. I'm going to click on next. And the system is asking me for the data source. I'll leave the data source name as is. Click on edit, select my server. In this case, it's local. And my database is my demo database, which is the syspro edu2 database. I'll click on OK and click next again. I've already prepared my script. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my script from my window and paste it over here. And the only thing I'm going to do is add two parameters, and my parameters are where invoice date is greater than or equals to from date, and invoice date is less than or equals to to date. So these are two parameters. SQL Server reporting services will automatically recognize these parameters and create parameters in the report for us to use. I then can execute my query just to see the result set. It's asking me for some variables. I'm now going to click OK, and I can see that I haven't put in variables, so it's obviously just returning the customer stock code, net sales value, cost value, and gross profit. I'm going to click OK, and there's my little query. I can then click next. The system is asking me what kind of report I am looking for. In this case, I'm going to choose a tabular because it's going to look like a table. I'll then say next. How am I going to see it? I want to have a drill down report in this case, so it must be by customer with drill down to stock code. I'll say group by customer and show me the detail levels by stock code. Oh, I made a mistake with my query, so let me quickly go back and modify this query. Click on the back button. I'm just going to replace the query. Next on there. Click next again. As I said, I need to group by customer and then drill down to stock code. So I'll have two levels on this report. Customer with a drill down. I'll click on next. How do I want the report to look? I'll say it must be stepped. I want to include subtotals and I want to enable the drill down. Once I click next, the system is going to ask me for a report name. I'm going to say sales by customer and go to underscore by stock code. I can then click finish. And the report's done. With this, I can now go and execute the report from this SQL Server Data Tools or Visual Studio. I can do some formatting and I can now publish it to the server. So the first thing I'm going to do is not too much formatting, but something very simple. I'm going to open up the report, just give it some space. I will need to format these as numbers. So I will go to Properties, look for my format in my Properties window. Generally, I would just right-click, place all the properties, number, say use 1000 separator, remove my digit symbols, and say OK. The easiest way is now to take the format from that and copy it and paste it across to all the other cells. Right. I also need a total line. And I'll just add a total afterwards. I would normally bold this. And the one thing that's important is for me to add a selection criteria to my report. So I'll put get selection and give it my two parameters, which is my from date to my to date. I need to format those dates as well so that it is presentable to the user. Let's give the report some space. And I'm going to make that nice and tiny so that it fits. I'll leave the report as is in terms of the naming convention. Go to my format on the top, vertical spacing, remove all my vertical spaces, and neaten out the report. I can now go and preview the report. And I would need to enter from date and to date. But what happens if I need to have a calendar so that I can select my from and to date? I'll go back into design, go to the parameters, right click on the parameter properties and say the data type is a date. And here on the next one, the data type is a date. And one thing I need to do is sort of format this dates. So I'm going to format this into a day dash month dash year. If you look at my format property on the right hand side, I'll copy that property and I'll paste it into the format property of the to date parameter. And now if I execute my report, I do get a listing. I can now go right to see maybe a date from 2019, January the 1st, because I should have data for that, right through to 2020, January the 1st, or 2019, December 31st. And if I view report, I now have a report that can be published. So there's my totals, gross profit. I can now drill down and so on and so forth. And that's it from me. In my next video, I will show you how to deploy this report to SQL Server reporting services so that any user can access it via the web browser. Please follow us for more videos and more tutorials. And yeah, call us if you need anything else. Take care. Bye-bye.